Alright guys, so we're back for another video, and this one, it's part 2 of the LEGO Dungeons & Dragons minifigure series unboxing and review. I actually did part 1 about a week ago, but then I ended up getting sick. You can kind of still hear it in my voice. I wasn't able to finish off part 2 until now, so I apologize for the delay there. As far as the minifigures go though, we did take a look at 4 in that first video. We covered the Mind Flayer, we covered Tasha the Witch Queen, the Lady of Pain, and the Dwarf Barbarian, so feel free to go back to that first video if you want to take a closer look at those and their accessories. We've already got them marked off here on our checklist, so hoping to get, a complete set here. Just some background info. In the previous video I mentioned that I actually found these at Target, and I went through and ended up scanning. So if the tool I was using is accurate and I didn't make any mistakes on my end, then we should have one of each here. There should be no duplicates. But yeah, without further ado, I guess let's just hop right into it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off here with first box right up front. So again, even though these were already scanned and we kind of know what to expect, it's still, you still get an element of surprise because you don't know who of the 12 characters you're actually pulling. And so in this one, it looks like we pulled the Ranger, and I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's a Rakokra Ranger. I'm honestly probably just like butchering that. So there's the inside contents. Again, all of these come with your checklist, and they give you the instructions for a few of these minifigures that might need some additional, clarification on how things kind of get put together there. We pointed out last time that the base plate for these are detailed with kind of like a cobblestone type of look there. And then let's take a look at our minifigures. So we'll put them together really quick. And this honestly is like, from the images that I had seen before these were actually like released, was one that I was really looking forward to. It just, I don't know, I really liked the idea of this as a character. And I guess we'll see if he lives up to it. Whoops. So I guess we'll take a look at his buddy first. I think this is supposed to be like maybe a baby wolf. And they're using what I believe is one of the dog like molds here. And he is pretty tiny, like when you compare him, not too big. So I'm gonna say he's like a younger wolf, or maybe even like a baby wolf. As far as the Ranger goes, nice detail on the claws there. You've got the legs that are molded to have more of that bird-like look to them. No printing on the back, but you do have that printing up front there. And you've got some nice printing on the torso. Nothing too, out there, but it does give him a nice Ranger look using that brown and dark green color scheme. You got some belts on him. Comes with a bow, so he's an archer. The wings are really nice. It would have been nice, I guess, to see maybe like some printing on there, maybe like some grays or some browns, something to kind of pop a bit, but it still looks really nice. And then of course the head mold, great detail on that. Nice, like stoic, serious look to him. Very cool overall. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put him down here, and let's keep going. So the next one, and honestly, I might have to do like some kind of ranking for all of these. It's going to be hard. There's some really incredible figures in this line. So let's see what we have in this next one. Okay. Alright, so another empty box, another checklist. And it looks like this one might be the Warlock. So quite a bit going on here. I kind of got to figure out what exactly is going on here. So let's see, this will go here. Okay, and this might be, is this one of the ones from the instructions? It is. Okay, so we've got one of these in hand. Okay, we've got the shoulder pads, and then I guess for this one we can decide if we want it to be male or female. Let's go with the male head sculpt. You also get the female one there. They both have kind of like a more lighthearted one and a more serious one. We'll go with the male. The other thing I'm noticing is that they're not using like the flesh color. They're using yellow here, which is pretty interesting choice, I guess. Looks like we have an extra shoulder pad there. And then as far as the staff goes, this is here. I'm kind of looking at the instructions here off camera. This is one of the ones that's on there. Okay, and it comes with an extra dagger as well. An extra knife. Okay, so this is our, from the ears, elf type of warlock, and I had touched on this earlier. If this is a specific character or I butcher any names, like, I apologize. But let's see if we can get a nice focus on him and take a good look at this minifigure. There we go. So he comes with a staff, has an eyeball on it, first of all. And then you've got some nice printing on the torso and on the legs. It looks like he has like some pouches there. Got some bottles and even a key that's hanging out of the belt loop there. You can see the studs on that leather. You know, this is like a leather studded type of armor. Looks really cool. And then it looks like some kind of like amulet that has an eyeball on it as well, kind of mirroring that staff. You've got the pointy ears and the updo on the hair. So this is a really nice just mold that you can see there for the hair piece. And then of course if you wanted this to be a female character, you could put on that other head. And then the knife, so it gives them, honestly, this is like a very menacing, like intimidating looking character that we've got here. So pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about the yellow instead of the flesh, but I'm just gonna go with it. But pretty cool. Definitely, that face definitely, you know, makes him look intimidating. Alright, let's move on to our next one, because we've still got quite a ways to go here. Alright, so we'll pour them out. And it looks like this is one that I was looking forward to. It looks like we've got the Bard. So I mentioned in one of the other videos, I played D&D casually with a buddy of mine who kind of showed me the ropes and got me into the game for a few years. But I never really understood what a bard was, and I honestly kind of just wrote them off. Not a character I was really interested much in. So we've got two head sculpts again. You've got the female, there she is singing, and then you've got the male singing as well. We're going to go male on this one as well. So I, as I was saying, I didn't really appreciate, I think, the role of a bard. But I know there's some people out there that, you know, really appreciate the role, really find it to be one of their favorites. And for me at this point, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm not as, like, against them, I guess, as I was growing up. You get an extra sword as well. But as far as this minifigure goes, though, this looks great. I mean, look at that detail. So I did stick his head on with like the singing, but if you wanted him, you know, to have that nice smile going, you can as well. I'm gonna stick to this. I've got kind of like a short sword scimitar there, As far as printing goes, some leather like pants and boots. Nice printing there on the boots. Like the shade that they used for the pants as well. You've got a little pouch, probably to hold some gold. On the back, really nice like embroidered look that they gave there with that gold detail. And then he's got his scarf and like hood on. As far as this goes, I mean, I play instruments, but I'm gonna guess is like some kind of like lute, and that might be way off. Honestly, if I didn't know anything, I'd say like, oh, it's a banjo or a guitar, but no, it has really nice detail to it. You've got like this gold, like decor on it, and then the strings. Very nice piece though. Honestly, it looks really good. And then it looks like he's an elf bard, so you've got the pointy ears. I like how that looks with the white hair on it. Honestly, this might be one of my tops. It looks really great. There we go. I love that blue, like the white, the blue, the pink, like just the colors all pop. They all work really well together. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. And let's see what we have. Okay, so in this one, we have a named character. It's Zaz Tam. I believe he was in that Dungeons and Dragons movie you see back there. I enjoyed the film. I don't know if everyone did, but I thought it was fun. I watched it a few times actually. So, okay. We've got his little fabrics here that we're going to put on him, his cape and cloak. Okay, so he does come with like the cloak piece, right? Or for some of them, they use it as like a dress piece. Okay, then you've got the, the collar that will go upwards, and then we'll throw his head on there. Okay. All right. And then one of these like little shooters that comes out of their hands, so looks like a fireball. All right. So Zaz Tam, the iconic red, looks great with the gold on it. A little bit dark there, thinking, you know, that's his actual ribs, his skeleton there. Very intimidating, very serious face. Really good detail on the head sculpt. So much so, like, look at the back even. Yeah, very intimidating guy you've got here. As far as the back of the robes, kind of plain. You got some detail there, but nothing too, like, extravagant. Okay, and then he comes with his two pieces there. His two accessories. He's got like a red type of like crystal skull, or maybe it's a type of gem. That's a piece of lore I guess I'm not familiar with. And then a fireball that he could shoot out. So very cool. And then we'll stick them on here. All right. So on to our next one. And let's see who we've got. Whoa. Alright, so this is one that I think, like most people, everyone was really looking forward to. And I was kind of hoping he'd end up being like the last one, just because I know that he's quite a bit to take in and really look at. But we'll go ahead and put them together. And before we fully like throw on that armor, I want to, I guess, have us take a close look. But let's go ahead and, I'm using the instructions again off camera to kind of put his mace together here. Okay, so we've got that put together. We'll put that in hand. We'll do the shield. And then I want us to take a look before we throw on the armor. So we'll go ahead and and do that as well. Okay, so looking at the body first, you've gotten great armor print on the legs. Love the leg printing on with that armor. You can even see like that slight gold edge to it. Very cool. The side, I mean, even side printing. Oh wow, they really went all out on this guy. And the back, that's where you have it the plainest, but then you can see he's got some kind of like potion tucked in to the belt. There it is. I'm guessing some kind of like health or strength potion. And then the white, the white like tunic over the armor. You got a little bit of chainmail detail there on the arms and on the legs. Some kind of like amulet. The shield, the gold and white, just gold, white, and blue all pops beautifully. Really cool mace accessory as the weapon. And then, let's throw on the armor. We'll give him another look once that's on. We'll put on the head. And then here you've got the horns that go attached. So we'll go ahead and stick that onto the head as well. Okay, so bringing him back up here now with the armor. And look at that armor. So bulky, so, I mean, just strong. He looks awesome, As a character, he looks great. The Dragonborn Paladin. That dragon head looks great on him. You can kind of angle the horns to whatever direction you want. That's the top 5 right there. Honestly. Incredible. Okay. We've got 3 more to get through. Okay, whoops, dropping all over. Again, this is one with 2 heads. You get a pick if you want it to be the male or female. I think for this one we're going to go with the female. But there you've got both heads. So the male and the female. Okay, and we'll stick with her for this one. So you do have there it is, the tail that you'll put on here. And this is our Tiefling Sorcerer. So I think we've got her put together. What face do we want? This one. Okay. And then the headpiece is cool. You've got the horns curling up over the hair. We've got her accessories, which we'll take a closer look at here in a bit. Whoops. Alright, so let's take a look at our Tiefling Sorcerer. So, very cool. First thing that pops out is just the purple and the orange together. I think looks great. Very, it's a very simple type of like design to her like tunic or like wardrobe that she's wearing. Just a few gold accents here and there, but it looks really great on her. I like the use of like the lighter colored gloves, and then the horns really pop out nicely on that hair. And then you've got her tail. I mean, you can see this outline here, but from the front, like the outline of the tail piece there, it kind of just looks like her shirt is like a little short or like riding up a little bit, but I think it looks fine. As far as accessories go, she does have this like, a spell piece that she's kind of like blasting out from her hand. And then I think the piece that's going to be incredibly popular is the baby dragon. Very cool detail, very cool mold that you have here. There's his tail. And honestly, this is one that I was also really looking forward to. I think I said that for all of them, but it's an exciting series to have. So I think if you pulled, a few random ones and you got her, I don't think you would be disappointed. She looks great. All right, so we're about finished here. We're gonna wrap up with our last two. And so far, knock on wood, no repeats, no doubles. So let's hope that we keep up the streak. Okay. And this is one of the characters that does come included in the checklist instructions, so you'll have to forgive me there while I get that put together for him. It does also come with quite a bit. Looks like he's got a cape with him as well. Okay. Nice tattered look to it. And I'm kind of putting together here. So this is our halfling druid. So that's why we have the shorter legs there. We'll get the cape going on him. And I'm not even really too sure. Let's look at the image. Oh, I was gonna put the green on the interior, so that's good to look at. I was gonna do it wrong. So we've got the green on the exterior, and then also two heads here as well. So you got the female, and then you've got the male with a bit of mutton chops going on there. So I kind of actually like how that looks, so that's what we're going with. And really, you know, you can customize it to your choosing. I thought the mutton chops looked kind of fun on him, so that's what we're going with. Okay, and then as far as again, taking a look here, let me try and get this put together, see what we end up looking like. So it looks like you put this on here, and then the light green, and the flower on top, and put that all on here. You got an extra flower piece, an extra little brown single stud, and then he does also come with maybe like a hawk. Well, I guess it doesn't really look like a hawk, but a bird, some type. So, all right, let's take a closer look at our halfling druid. So you kind of angle this so that we can see the printing. Love the color scheme to start. You've got the dark greens, the browns, the olive greens, very earthy feel, as it should for the druid, right? Even like his staff with the greens on it, with the flower, fits perfectly. You've got some pouches. Looks like you've got like some claws on the necklace, some feathers sticking out there, probably from his little bird buddy. Then here on the headpiece, his hood with his cloak there to match the green, and then you've got those antlers that are on the crown itself. So this one, I guess I didn't pay enough attention, or I'd kind of forgotten about him, but he is very detailed, very surprising. Such a cool look to him. And finally, the last one. So we'll go ahead and open this one up. And okay, good. No repeat. So we ended up getting everyone here. And this one is Strahd von Zarovich. So again, a character I'm sure with plenty of lore. I apologize if I mispronounce his name, if I don't really know too much about him. All I know is that he's some kind of like vampire lord. But he looks great. You've got his blue cape here, blue on both sides, so we don't have to worry about getting that put on there incorrectly. You've got that gray skin tone, and you've got two heads there. So we'll show off this one. We'll go with this one since it's showing off the fangs. Okay. Long hair. You've got the sword. And, oh well, can't get that on there. And I don't want to risk like bending. There we go. And you've got a kind of like a glass chalice. And then a rat as well. So we'll get that on there. Now let's take a look at our vampire lord here. So first of all, very, it's obvious this guy's a lord. Look at his dress wear. Very regal looking. Got some great detail there on the torso to kind of highlight that and really make it stand out on him. Love the colors, how well they work together. It would have been interesting if they would have put maybe like a bit of red in the glass and the chalice here. You could always add, I'm sure, like a red stud on top and kind of give it, maybe he's drinking some blood. You've got the fangs, great look to the, with the skin color being gray, that the white fangs really pop. The red eyes do as well. He's got his sword, and then he does come with a rat as well, which I believe in D&D they can control rats. So very cool, very intimidating look. So all right, we made it through the other 8, and then here are the 4 from before. Very cool series overall. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I'm very impressed. If you were considering getting some of these, like, I can't hype them up enough. They are totally worth it. It was a lot of fun opening these up. It was a lot of fun just getting to have them in hand. They look great in the images, so trust me, having them in hand, I mean, they're wonderful. And depending, if you do end up getting some doubles, you might be able to use some of these for like army building. You can mix and match them, I'm sure, to just customize them even more. They already come with a lot of really cool like pieces to them. You could already interchange with a lot of these, their heads, so that you get female and male for the character. Just so customizable, really. And I'm sure you can mix and match in between them as well to create all sorts of amazing characters. So yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'll probably do another just short or quick video highlighting like a ranking, but as of right now, I'll just have to take some time to really take these in and just appreciate them. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you made it to the end of the video. Let me know which ones of these you appreciated the most, which ones are your favorites. Maybe give me a top 5, top 3, even just a top 1 if there's one that really stuck out to you. But again, if you stuck around to the end, thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.